I'm Harriet. I'm a wellbeing coach here at Isorropia. Welcome to Writing for Wellbeing, where we take care of our wellbeing through creative and focused writing. Today's topic is describing the abstract. The session before last, we spoke a bit about noticing interesting details, and this is something that's very helpful to think about when it comes to description. If you were describing a character, for example, just 2 well-chosen details could tell you all you need to know. Take this example. She had a tight bun and pursed lips. Just from these 2 details, you have a really good idea of the kind of person this character is and how she's currently feeling. However, sometimes we would like to describe things that don't have these physical details. And today we're going to be focusing on this side of things, describing the abstract. So first of all, what do I mean by abstract? Put simply, abstract describes something that exists as a thought or idea, but that doesn't have a physical existence. Things like love, peace, grief, forgiveness, and happiness are examples of abstract ideas. They exist, of course, but you couldn't describe them like you would describe a tree or a person, because you cannot physically see them in the world. This can make describing these things in writing tricky. But if we can find ways of expressing things like love and grief, then we can better describe our own feelings and experiences. And in doing so, may even find we begin to build better connections and understanding with others. Today I'm going to be leading you through an exercise that uses comparison in order to describe these things that are difficult to describe. First, I'd like you to choose something abstract to describe. This might be love, compassion, forgiveness, anger, disappointment, grief, sadness, success, peace, happiness, or anything else you can think of. But a good tip is to choose something that you have a real connection with. Next, I'd like you to describe that thing using the 5 senses: sight, sound, smell, touch, and taste. For many of us, our senses are really linked to our emotions, and that makes them a really good comparison tool when it comes to describing things that are more challenging to describe. Let me give you an example. For my abstract thing, I'm going to choose happiness. Firstly, let's describe happiness as a sight. I came up with, happiness looks like all my family surrounding me at the Christmas dinner table. Another example might be, happiness looks like a pink sunset on a summer evening. Now let's go for sound. The example I have is, happiness sounds like my favourite song on full volume. I could also use, happiness sounds like my friend's laughter, or happiness sounds like my dog running down the stairs to greet me. Now for smell. I like this one in particular because I think smell has a very powerful link to emotions. I could have done so many of this one, but I'll give you just a few. Happiness smells like my mum's freshly baked chocolate brownies. Happiness smells like a lavender bubble bath at the end of a long day. Happiness smells like the fresh sea breeze when you've been away from home a long time. Next is touch. I've gone for happiness feels like snuggling up in front of the fire after a cold winter walk. And finally, taste. Happiness tastes like homemade waffles topped with ice cream. I hope that's given you some ideas. When it comes to cracking on with your own idea, try to write at least one thing for each of the senses, even if it's a bit difficult. Remember, there's no pressure and no wrong answers. If you'd like to share your writing in the comments, I'd really love to see what you've come up with, but no pressure at all if you'd rather keep it private. I hope you enjoyed today's session. See you next time.